What's up? Welcome to LCG Archive. I jumped into the Lord of the Rings LCG just with the revised core set, and I want to get some reps in. So I just went with the leadership starter deck. I'm playing through the first scenario, which is Passage Through Mirkwood, and I really just want to get the reps in and practice going through the turn phases and learn the game as a beginner. So the first piece of this, Passage Through Mirkwood, flies and spiders. You are traveling through Mirkwood Forest carrying an urgent message from King Thranduil to the Lady Galadriel of Lorien. As you move along the dark trail, the spiders gather around you. Search the encounter deck for one copy of the Forest Spider and one copy of Old Forest Road, and add them to the staging area, then shuffle the encounter deck. Cool. So I'm going to get those, and then I need to draw my hand and get this thing going. There's Old Forest Road, and then I need a Forest Spider. Sweet. And then my starting hand will be 6 cards. You get 1 mulligan. And I'm going sleeveless for the first time because, like I said, I just wanted to start playing. That's can be a downside sometimes with any board game. It's just you think about sleeving and setting up and all that stuff, and then you don't want to play by the time you get it set up. And I just wanted to jump right in. So here's our starting hand, and I want cheap allies. So there are 2 cheap allies, 1 and 2 cost right there, and we're going to call this good. I don't know enough to know if this is a great hand or not, but it has allies I can play, so we're going to call that good. Alright, so I flipped this thing over. This has 8 progress we need to make to advance this scenario. And we're going to start right with the resource phase. So all my heroes are going to get a resource, and I'm going to draw a card. Then in the planning phase, this is where I get to play things from my hand. And like I said, I like playing these allies. So I'm going to spend 1 to play the Snowborn Scout. Response: after Snowborn Scout enters play, choose a location, place 1 progress token. Oh, I don't think this is a location, so I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to play this Guard of the Citadel for 2. Alright. Then I'm going to commit characters to the quest. So there's 3 threat in the staging area, meaning I want to get past that number in order to make progress here. And so I'm for sure going to commit Aragorn because I can ready him with his ability. Then Gloin makes 2 progress on a quest. So now we're at 4. And then I'll just throw Theodred in there too. So we'll have 5 over 3. So after I've committed, I need to stage something. And this will change the threat value in the staging area. Eyes of the Forest. When revealed, each player discards all event cards in their hand. And I have 2 events. So no threat was added, meaning I'll make 2 progress on the quest. And then we will be ready to go. So that'll be the quest resolution, I should say. Then we'll go to the travel phase. There is a location that I can choose to travel to, and I will. Oh, and then I spent this to ready him. After you travel to Old Forest Road, the first player may choose and ready 1 character they control. I'm gonna choose to ready... Oh, and I missed this thing. After Theodred commits to a quest, choose a hero committed to that quest, add 1 resource to that hero's resource pool. Sure. Okay. Then I'll choose to ready Gloin. And now that was the travel phase. Now we're in the engagement phase. So there's optional engagement, which doesn't apply much in single player, and then the engagement checks. So my threat value is higher than this forest spider, so the forest spider will engage with me. After forest spider engages a player, it gets +1 attack until the end of the round. So now it'll have 3 attack. And the combat phase will start with dealing shadow cards, and then enemy attacks first. So I'm going to choose to block with this ally for 0 defense and 2 health. The spider's going to attack him for 3 plus no shadow effect, but he will still die. And then I get a chance to attack the spider. So this will be 3 over 1 is 2. And then 2 attack over 1 is 3. That'll end the combat phase. Then I'll refresh by readying, increasing the threat by 1, so I'll be at 30, and then passing the first player does not apply. So we're back at the top. That means resources for my heroes, drawing a card, and then going into the planning phase. So I got this Steward of Gondor attachment, which helps me generate resources, but I like playing allies. And I don't think I want to use all my resources yet. I have some expensive allies. After a dwarf hero you control leaves play, I can put him into play. Okay, so when Gloin dies. So I'll play this Snowborn Scout now. And that'll help me put the progress on this location. And then I'm ready to go into the quest phase. So same deal. I think there's not really like a scary creature right now, so I'm gonna do the same thing. Lots of questing going on, and I'll leave my ally up. So this will be 2, 3, 5 committed to the quest. Then I'll do the staging area. So this will be 3 threat and no reveal effect. So 2 over. Old Forest Road will be finished, and then we will be ready for, okay, so quest resolution. This is the part I missed last time. So I'll ready him after committing, and then he'll give a resource to somebody, and I'll just put it back on Aragorn. I can travel here. Travel. The first player must discard 2 cards from their hand at random to travel here. I think that's still worth it just because of this high amount of threat it's going to add. So I'm going to do that. I'm always the first player, so it's always me. There's no way I could do like a true random. I guess I could roll dice, but this looks pretty random. Okay. Oh, both my dwarf guys. Alright. So now we've finished the travel part, and we're going to do the encounter phase. There's nothing really left to engage. Now we're in the combat phase. So here's a shadow card. And we're going to do enemy attacks first. I'll have the spider attack the scout, which would have been 2+. Choose and discard one attachment from the defending character. There are none. And then the scout will die. And now it's my turn to attack the spider, which I will, which will be 3/1, 2 more damage. And the 4 spider will be gone. Cool. I need to make some progress on this quest. Then I will ready up, increase my threat. Now we are back at the resource phase. Draw my card. Event. After an ally card leaves play, that controller draws 2 cards. That's awesome. Now I have plenty to play this archer here. I don't think I want to play... Well, I guess Steward of Gondor kind of just replaces itself. So I'll do that as well. Did I pay a resource already? I don't think I was going to pay 3. So there's 3. And then we'll put Steward of Gondor on Aragorn. This says exhaust Steward of Gondor and add 2 resources to attached hero's resource pool. I'll do that now. He also has the Gondor trait now. And then we'll commit to the quest. Everybody's going to the quest except for the archer. I guess the archer could go too. No, he needs to stay back and defend. So we're going to have 5 committed to the quest. Then we'll do our staging area. And I'm going to do this now to ready him. And we'll add a resource here as well. So 5. Then this treachery card, Caught in a Web. When revealed, the player with the highest threat level attaches this card to one of their heroes. Counts as a condition attachment with the text. Attached hero does not ready during the refresh phase unless you pay 2 resources from that hero's resource pool. It's going to be the easiest for Aragorn. So I'll do that. It'll go on to Aragorn. Okay. That wasn't too bad. So 5, this will definitely get met. And then we'll go 2 over onto flies and spiders. Now, we don't really have anything going on in the encounter phase or the combat phase. So we're going to refresh. Ready everything up. Increase my threat to 32. And I have this ally just totally left over. That's awesome. And then go to the resource phase again. So I'll add resources. Draw my card. And I drew Faramir. So now I'll just use the Steward of Gondor now. Well, first, so we're in the planning phase. I'll get rid of this. I'll pay 2 resources. Get Caught in a Web off. Then I'll use Steward of Gondor. Now I have 2. Hello from my cat. And then we will be in the quest phase. So I like committing lots to the quest. Moving my ally up. Oh, I'm so rich in resources though. I should probably just play Faramir. I'll play Faramir. Faramir is Gondor already. Exhaust Faramir to choose a player. Each character controlled by that player gets +1 until the end of the phase. Yeah, so I'll choose myself and its character. So this will be a big quest. So this will be 3, 5, 8. Is that right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 are committing to the quest. Remove this. Ready him. Then go to staging. We know this card, Necromancer's Pass, so this will be 3. And so 5 will go over, which I think meets this, yeah. So we only needed 4 more here, and so we're going to advance our quest. And now, we're at a fork in the road. As you move through Mirkwood, hounded by spiders, the forest path forks before you. Unsure of what lies ahead, but spurred by the urgency of your message, you choose a path and proceed. When you defeat this stage, proceed to one of the 2 A Chosen Path stages at random. Awesome. So that was our quest resolution. Now we're at the travel phase. I will travel to the Necromancer's Pass again and discard 2 random cards. I only have 1 in my hand. And then, again, the encounter phase and combat phase are, nothing's going on. So we're ready. And then increase my threat to 33. And now we're back at the resource and drawing. So, get some resource. I may have missed Theodred's resource pool one, but that's alright. Okay, then I might as well Steward of Gondor now. I don't really know the best window to use it. Oh, and he is ready. Okay. And they need to go 2 over the, 5, so yeah, I'll do it again. Drew my card. I got the Longbeard Orc Slayer. Oh, this should be a 3. Okay. I want to commit a bunch of people again. So in the planning phase, I'm going to do the same thing. I have 8 amongst my heroes. And I think I want to pay 1, 2, 3, 4 for this Orc Slayer guy. Which will mean I can quest. I can leave him to block with each character controlled by that player gets +1. Wow. I think I'm just going to go 8, but that would be 5. So I could. Yeah, that seems fine. It's the same thing. Questing 8, but I'll remember this time, remove this, and then add 1 from Theodred. I'll put it over here. Okay. So then, after they're committed to the quest, I'll do staging 2, which is a location. So I have 8 over 2, which would be 6. 3 here. 3 more here on Fork in the Road. So now we're at a chosen path. And I have to choose one of these. It says, the trail winds into one of the darkest, most tangled parts of the forest. You sense that a foul, dark presence is hunting you, and you move quickly in an attempt to avoid its evil. Oh, I'm mixing these up right now. And I got Bjorn's Path. You attempt to follow a secret, hidden trail to avoid the enemy. Players cannot defeat this stage while Ungoliant Spawn is in play. If players defeat this stage, they have won the game. So I need to hit 10 progress there and make sure that Ungoliant Spawn is not in play. Cool. So now we're at the travel phase. When Enchanted streams the active location, players cannot draw cards. Do I care about threat at this point? Yeah, because I need to make progress. Okay, I'll travel there. That's annoying. And then encounter in combat phase, not relevant. Ready, increase my threat to 34. If this gets to 50, I will lose. And see if we can make enough progress on this thing. I'm gonna get resources. And then draw my card. Oh, but I can't. And then we're gonna do a big quest again. So nothing to do in my planning phase. I'm gonna commit a bunch of characters. So Faramir is going to help out, give everyone +1. So this will be 3. And I might as well do this before I forget. Get 2 resources. So 3, 5, 8. Sure, 9. 9 is committed right now. Then I will ready and place a resource with Theodred. 9 over whatever is staged, which is the King Spider, which is not the big spider from the main quest. So he has 2 threat. We'll make 7 worth of progress, so it'll be 2 here, get rid of it, and then 5 onto Bjorn's path. And then we'll see what happens in the encounter phase. So optional engagement, not worried about it. And then engagement checks, I'm well over 20. Oh, sorry, when revealed, player must choose and exhaust 1 character they control. I'll exhaust here so I can use him to block. Okay. Then now we're going to do engagement. We're going to deal shadow cards and do some attacks. So he's going to attack, and Silverload Archer will defend. This will be 3 plus Shadow. Deal 1 damage to each character the defending player controls. Wow. 2 instead if it's undefended. It is defended. So 1, 1, 1. Okay. And the Archer's definitely dead as well. Cool. I have nothing left to attack, so I will ready up. And I'm going to read this, because I feel like I can just brute force my way through this quest, right? Just ignore the spider. Yeah. So I just need to get 5 over. Seems doable. I'll get my resources. Then draw my card, which I can now. Choose and ready 1 ally card. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then we're going to try to commit to this thing. So I'll give everybody +1, and then commit everybody but the Orc Slayer. So again, 3, 5, 8. Maybe he goes in 2 for 9. 9 seems like pretty good. There's no way I get more than 3 threat, right? Yeah, we'll stick with 8. Okay, let's see. Nice, it's only 2. So that would add 5 here to Bjorn's path, and I will have completed the quest. GG. Very cool. I played this once off camera, and it was my very first game. This was my second game. It did not go well. I lost whatever that event, what that treachery was that makes you discard events, I didn't mulligan or anything. I didn't really know what the cards did, and so I discarded like 4 of my starting cards. Yeah, this Eyes of the Forest. Let's see if the back of this card has anything on it. Do you get to like read something cool? No, because that was the start. Okay, sweet. So that was the first one to just kind of learn the process. I feel like once I got a board state going, it was pretty peachy. So I will probably go into the next quest after this one. I probably won't run too many decks against this first quest, but I'm really liking the game so far. I feel like not splitting up the turn so much. Like, for example, Marvel Champions has like the hero phase and then the villain phase, and I just feel like this game not having that and just having the 7 phases in one big round makes it feel like it has more continuity. And there's certain things I didn't really think of until now that I'm playing it, like when certain things go into the staging area, they can very well be an enemy that's going to become engaged with you during the encounter phase, for example. So while I wanted to just, send everybody at the quest over and over again, it could have been any of these. It could have been this spider or this orc guy, or, there's just a bunch of enemies that could have just come straight engaged with me, and then I'd have no one to defend with. And the shadow cards seem really punishing, at least here, for not defending attacks. Anyway, super cool. Sorry my cards were sliding down at some point. Hope you enjoyed. As always, like, subscribe, comment, etc. And hang out with me while I'm enjoying these awesome games. So I will see you guys next time.